Sound off.
Rated T14.
Does young people even need a voice in this community? What can the community expect from this show?
I am my brother's keeper. We got to be responsible for each other.
It's okay to be different. Building stronger communities by helping the rest of our community really make it and achieve their dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go!
Hey you.
Yeah, you.
You on the other side of the screen.
Do you want to be heard?
Do you want to help your community?
Do you want to make a difference?
Then you should join the conversation and be a part of We Sound Off.
Here we talk about topics that are relevant to the community.
Log on to www.wesoundoff.com.
Send us your name,
Age.
School, and become a team member of We Sound Off.
So remember, just like I, DeAndre Campbell,
Tanisha,
Jonica,
Michelle can sound off. You can sound off too.
Horry and Georgetown counties, welcome back to Sound Off. Now, Sound Off is heard weekly on your favorite radio station, and it is our goal at Sound Off to deal with topics that are relevant to our young people. And once again, for those who might not have been listening during the last segment, we are really honored to have with us Corporal Tyrese Knox-Nesmith with the City of Conway Police Department. Y'all, let's give it up for Corporal Nesmith. And as always, I believe I have some of the best young people in the universe. Would you like to introduce yourselves, team members?
once again, is Jonica.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Michelle.
Wake up and good morning. It's Mercedes.
And Corporal Nesmith, would you like to greet the people, please, ma'am?
Good morning.
That's all you got, right? Well, once again, we'd like to remind you that we are doing a very special show. It's called Ask Law Enforcement. So that means you as the public, we're going to give you the opportunity to call in and ask whatever you would of Corporal Nesmith. And I'm very excited because we actually have a caller on the line. Caller, you still there?
I am.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine.
And I understand this is Pastor Steve Brown.
It is.
Okay, Pastor Brown, what did you have for Corporal Nesmith?
Well, I wanted to ask a question concerning what rights do I have as a business owner when it comes to protecting myself from possible robbery or any act of aggression within my business that brings harm.
As a business owner, you have every right to protect your business and yourself from any type of harm. The very first step is, of course, to try to prevent it. So, of course, with, security measures, whether it be an alarm system, a camera system, anything in this day and age, now that this 2012 video is very good. Mm-hmm. It's almost, I want to go so far as to say necessary, because video is good. It puts the person in your store, in your place of establishment, and it makes finding whoever it did the crime a lot easier. But, if anyone does come in, you have every right, just as with a homeowner, to defend your business if you feel that your life is under threat.
Okay, Pastor Brown, did that answer?
It does. And I appreciate that, because I was really curious about what rights do we have as business owners in protecting ourselves or our property, because you don't want to be outside of the law.
Right.
In South Carolina, you can protect your business, you can protect your home as long as you feel that you are in danger, and in imminent danger. Then by all means, you can do whatever you need to do to protect yourself.
Well, I appreciate it.
Okay, we appreciate you calling in, Pastor Brown. We want you to have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Jonica, let's piggyback off your dad. Did you have something?
I did. All right, so I know about, hate crimes and stuff, and a lot of that is, connected to discrimination, as in, racial kind of stuff like that. I want to know how law enforcement can get involved in such racial issues.
Racial issues we don't get involved with just off the jump. It depends. It has to be something criminal in nature. Anything that's criminal, such as, bullying, or we've had, a lot of instances where hate crimes are racially motivated, being like it's a lynching, or, people are being targeted, abused, assaulted just for a racial problem that they have with theirs. Then we get involved. If it's something such as, because the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties, they get involved with other type things that are non-criminal, and that's who you would take that up with. But as long as it is criminal in nature, we do. So, I mean, attacks, stuff that you hear in the news, people are being attacked because they don't like a certain religious group, or they don't like you because you're black or you're white or Asian. Actually, we've had a lot. It was a little boy, he was a white young male, was attacked by 2 black males. They were all 16. They set him on fire in front of his house just because he was white.
Wow.
That was in the news. I think it was last week I read. So, those we do we do investigations on those, and we do something about it.
Okay, so what about within your school district? Like, if my teacher looks at my paper, but then looks at my best friend Brooke, who is of the Caucasian ethnicity, and we have this same exact paper almost, and she gets an A, but I get like a C. Who would I take that up with?
First thing you need to do is get your parents involved, and then your parents will, of course, deal with the school, with the principal, and if they have to go so far as the school district, that will be that. But why would y'all have the same paper?
No, not exactly. I'm just saying though, if it was at the same
I would call the police because you gave me a B.
One of y'all cheated.
No, that's the test, and we kind of not saying that I cheated, but we're on the same level though. It's not
you cheated.
That's more an attorney than law enforcement.
That would be handled through the school district, and they're gonna probably ask the same question I did.
Exactly.
How do y'all have the same paper or the same test?
Because we're twins.
But your parents would deal with the principal,
Exactly.
and principal take it up with the school district if it has to go that far, if they can't handle it.
Right.
But that isn't anything law enforcement would get involved with.
I don't like you, Michelle.
Y'all cheated.
And we're going now to the phone lines. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Okay, I'll let you know.
I'm doing well. And who am I speaking to?
Are you talking to Mr. Johnson?
Okay, and Mr. Johnson, you wanted to know?
I was wondering, I was looking at something, I was doing some voting, and I seen something on the ballot that kind of disturbed me. They had a thing on there, once stop consensual sex from 16, and they want to drop it to 14. I'm from California. Our consensual sex laws start at 18. That's when a child knows what they're talking about and can understand a little bit better. Not at 16, not at 14.
Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Johnson, I totally agree with you. However, in South Carolina, you can consent at the age of 16, and they can also consent on the state level at 14. So every state is different, and whether we agree or not, for one reason, our lawmakers have decided a lot of it had to do it because of the times that have changed. You have a lot more sexually active teenagers, and it was in a roundabout way clogging the court system with a lot of them that were consenting, and they were a lot of cases that were going, so they did drop the age. It's actually been dropped for quite a long time. But they can consent at 16.
Well, it's kind of strange to me.
I agree.
I want to put it on. I want to put it on these parents that's out here. We got to start paying more attention to our children.
Right.
When they should be worried about education at that
totally
age.
agree. I totally agree.
Instead of worrying about a boy or a girl. I'm not putting the guys out.
That's right.
Right. Now,
they all should be in books.
There are other charges. I mean, like if you have an adult, that they can be charged with contributing to the delinquency of a child. It just kind of depends on the circumstances of every case, because every case is, a case-by-case scenario. But, unfortunately, they can consent at that age.
Well, I think if South Carolina go ahead and do it at 18, we could have a lot of different changes.
Start a petition.
Out here doing stuff.
Yeah, start a petition. That's your right. Start a petition. I mean, as a parent and a citizen, you can do that.
Yeah, because I'm going to start a mentoring thing anyway, because I have my own business then, and I'm really worried about the kids right now.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And we are as well. That's the reason why we do Sound Off. And we certainly appreciate you calling in, Mr. Johnson.
And one thing I want to say, I enjoy listening to you guys on Saturday mornings.
Well, we appreciate it.
I love your topic.
Okay, thank you so much. And again, have a good day, and we appreciate you calling in.
All right, you have a nice day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye. Okay, and that's what it's all about. Again, the number, if you would like to call in, it's 465-0924, or you can visit us on the website, and that's www.wesoundoff.com. Let's see, I think we have another call on there. Good morning, caller, you on?
Yes,
Okay, good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, and what did you have for Corporal Nesmith?
Yes, I'm calling to ask a question about the seatbelt laws, the restraint laws for a child. What are the seat laws requirements?
Okay.
And what is the age limits? And what we can do about if we was to get caught without having those seatbelts on?
That's good. That's a good one.
Okay, that's actually a lot involved, but I'll start from the beginning. From birth until a year of age, the baby has to be at least 20 pounds. They must be in a rear-facing car seat. From 1 to 5, they must be between 20 and 40 pounds, which I know this is a lot. They must be forward-facing. And that's usually what, by that time, your child doesn't want to be backwards anyway.
Right.
From 1 to 5, they must be in a belt position and booster seat, the one that doesn't require the 5-point harness. You just use your seat belts that are in the car. And children 6 can sit in just a regular seat belt, provided that they can, usually what we try to say, if they can sit their back to the seat and the back of their legs can break the plane of the seat without them slouching down, then they're good to sit in a regular car seat. And of course, 6, below the age of 6, cannot sit in the front seat, which is what I see a lot. I see a lot of 1-year-olds and 2-year-olds in the front seat. 6 and under cannot be in the front seat of a vehicle unless, of course, that vehicle is a truck and doesn't have a back seat. Can't put them in a booster seat in the front seat. Infant car seats that are in the front seat, those are no-nos. It's actually a danger because if that airbag deploys, all that does is push your baby to the roof of the car.
Wow.
So you do the baby and the child more damage. They cannot take that blow that we can, and it hurts us. So imagine a child taking that fast of a blow with an airbag, which was the reason for the law. So the general premise is 6 and under cannot be in the front seat, which is by law. Everything else, you can pretty much, if you can't remember what I told you, your guidelines, you can pick them up at the police department, any of your local agencies, or you can go online. And most of your car seats and booster seats have it on the side of the box because it is a lot to try to remember. Can they be forward? Can they be backwards? But that's basically what it is.
Okay. One more question on that.
Sure.
What are the consequences if we were to get caught in a situation of, say, we got in a car accident and one of those things occurred as we had the child in the front seat at the time of the accident, somebody got hurt?
More than likely, regardless if anyone gets hurt, you're probably going to be cited. You're going to be issued a citation because the child cannot buckle themselves. Right. They're kind of at the mercy of the parent or the person transporting them. So you're going to probably get a ticket for it more than likely, which would be the worst offense that you could get, anything short of a death of a child. Then that would be a whole different circumstances and depending on what the circumstances were.
Okay.
And if the child had died?
If the child dies,
the child had died, would the driver be charged for murder?
No, that's not a murder charge. Murder, you have to have malice. So obviously you didn't do it on purpose or have malice in your heart. It would depend on what the exact circumstances are, depend on what the solicitor wants to charge. You'd have to be really negligent, probably like a parent holding an infant in their hand, driving, something of that nature, that would sustain serious charges. But initially, on just a basic traffic accident, you'll probably just get a citation for an unrestrained child. Okay. Which it carries a fine of up to $150, by the way.
Okay.
Did that answer? And by the way, who are we speaking with?
You're speaking with Jack Keith.
Okay, Mr. Keith. Did she answer everything you needed, sir?
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we certainly appreciate you calling in, and have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you. And once again, the Horry and Georgetown counties, if you would like to call in, we're doing a show, and it's called Ask Law Enforcement. And again, our very special guest is Corporal Tyrese Knox-Nesmith, and she's with the City of Conway Police Department. And here's your opportunity. If you want to ask it, she wants to answer it, and she's very knowledgeable. So, again, the number is 843-465-0924. We invite you to join this conversation. All you have to do is simply log on to www.wesoundoff.com and you can be a part of this discussion. Sound Off.
Rated T14.